Okay, hello. So I have already somehow managed to screw up this intro to this video. I had already filmed an intro before I even had done this look, and I have somehow deleted it. So here is future Marissa. But for today's video, I am doing a tutorial on NCT U's Boss music video. This is an inspired makeup look. It's not entirely exactly how they did their makeup. I know if you're coming from my Instagram, you're probably like, oh my gosh, Marissa, of course you're doing a makeup look. But when NCT dropped this new music video, I was like, I need to. Like, that music video is so good. Go check it out. I'll link the music video below. It's a really good song. It's a really good video. I'm gonna be missing a little bit of the start of the video where I'm talking about what I prime with and my intro into doing my brows. Like, I should be fine. So, okay, hope you guys like this video. Okay, so I'm just gonna, So I'm just gonna take two little pieces of tape, and his slit in his eyebrow goes more inwards than outwards, and it kind of starts more towards the arch of his brow. This looks really weird, but I promise that it will look better once you're done. So now I'm just going to take an Elmer's glue stick. You can use any washable glue stick, and I'm going to start going over my brow hairs. And then once I have one layer down, a trick that I have learned when trying to cover up your brows is to take a little bit of water in between layers and just go over where you placed the glue, and this is going to help smooth out that area so that you can layer more glue on top of it, and it's going to be a lot more smooth, if that made any sense. And so you're just going to keep doing layers until your brows are smoothed down. You want to kind of let each layer dry a little bit in between before you go on to the next. And for me, I have to do about 5 or 6 layers. It really depends on like how much brow hairs you have and how thick your brow hair is. I don't have super thick eyebrows, so I don't have to do a lot of layers. But once you think you've concealed your brows good enough, on your last layer, you're gonna want to take some translucent powder and pack that in before it dries down. And so I'm just gonna take the Too Faced Born This Way translucent powder and a powder puff and just set that area of my brow. Next is when we can actually conceal our brows, and I'm going to take the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Medium. Now this shade is way too dark for me. It's more orangey, but because it is more orangey, it's going to counteract the darkness in my brows, which is what you want. So you want to use either like a full coverage concealer, foundation, or even color corrector that is more on the orange side or salmon side. So I just put a little bit over that area, and I'm gonna blend it in. Now it's okay if you kind of go out of your brows, because once you take off the tape, you can just clean up that area with makeup remover. Now the last layer that I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild concealer. Now I use this to prime my eyes. I want to go over this with this concealer because it is lighter. It's gonna match the rest of my face. And then I'm just gonna set it with powder. Let's take off the tape. Oh god. Okay. This looks kind of funny. So I have like this all out here, but I'm just gonna clean that up with some makeup remover. Fill in my brows. I'm gonna use the Maybelline Total Temptations. I really like this eyebrow pencil. Okay, but the only like downside to this eyebrow pencil, I think, is that they don't really have that many shades. I am using shade Deep Brown, and I feel like I could use a darker shade than this. And this is the darkest that they have. So now I'm just gonna fill in my brows. Nothing like too special. You can just fill in your brows however you usually do. Okay, now I'm just gonna take a little bit more concealer and clean up underneath my brows. Okay, and the brows are done. So this is what they look like. Now we can move on to our foundation. I'm just gonna use the Born This Way by Too Faced foundation. This is a pretty full coverage foundation. My like problems area is mainly just like my cheeks because I have redness. So I'm mainly just gonna focus it on that area of my face. And I'm just gonna blend it in with my Real Techniques sponge. And next we're gonna conceal. I'm gonna use the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. Now, this is like my second time using it. I think it's a pretty nice concealer. I was a little worried, this looks really funny, that this shade was gonna be too light, but I think this concealer oxidizes a little bit. So I definitely suggest maybe going a shade lighter if you are considering buying this. Okay, now I'm gonna take that Too Faced powder and set my under eyes. And then I'm gonna take that powder and use it on the rest of my face too. Next, let's move on to eyes. I'm gonna prime my eyes with the Wet n Wild concealer. The first time that I used the Colourpop concealer, I did prime my eyes with it, but I didn't think my eyeshadows sat on top of my eyes that well. So I'm not gonna use that concealer. Alright, so for this makeup look, I originally, when I thought of the eye makeup, in the music video, they don't really wear that much makeup. So when I originally thought about doing this makeup look, for the eye makeup, I was just gonna do kind of my own inspired eye look. But then the other day, Taeyang posted this picture on NCT's Instagram. It's kind of this more like orangey eye look. I don't know. We'll focus. I'll put it up on the screen like right here so you can see. But it's kind of more of an orangey makeup look, and to be completely honest, I don't even know if this is for Boss or Baby Don't Stop. I'm assuming it's probably for both. Okay, so the palette that I'm going to use is Give It To Me Straight by Colourpop. It has kind of all of these more warm tone shades, and they have like a really nice orangey eyeshadow, which I thought would be great for this makeup look. I'm gonna first go in with the color Downright. It's kind of this more like skin tone matte color. And I'm gonna put that all over the lid. So yeah, you just want to start kind of packing it more towards your lash line and bringing it up towards your crease. Don't bring it too far over your crease. One thing that I have learned from watching a lot of like K-pop inspired makeup looks and just like observing a lot of male idol makeup looks is that you don't really want to bring the eyeshadow up over the crease, because like once you start bringing it up over the crease, it kind of looks more like girly or more like girl idol makeup looks. So you just want to bring it right to the crease. Okay, and next I am going to go in with the shade Truth Hurts, and that is kind of similar to the shade that we just used, but it's a little bit more orangey toned. And I'm gonna use this, I think, yes, this is an e.l.f. Blending eye brush. Oh, the brush that I was using before was the Morphe M433 brush. And I'm going to start packing this more towards the outer edge, because in the picture he definitely has a lot more color packed on towards his outer crease. I'm also going to start bringing this down towards my lower lash line. Pretty good. And I do want to say again, like, this is a inspired makeup look. This is not at all probably what they have for the music video. Again, I'm taking inspiration from the picture that he posted on Instagram. So I don't want to like offend anyone. People come at me saying, oh my god, this is not like their makeup that they have in this, because I know, I am aware they really are not wearing that much makeup in their music video, but I just wanted to do a makeup look inspired by it. And when I'm bringing it down in on my lash line, I'm not bringing it all the way in. In the picture, they didn't bring it in all the way. Also, if you bring it all the way in towards your eye, it makes your eyes look a little bit more tired. Bring it in about halfway, it makes your eyes bigger looking. The last color that we're gonna use is this. It's shade BS, and it's this really orangey color. And we're gonna take that same e.l.f. brush, and we're gonna kind of pretty much pack this where we had packed that Truth Hurts color, but just kind of like really deepening it. And actually we're gonna bring it closer in and more on the lid. Yeah. I really like these Colourpop eyeshadows. They're super pigmented and blend really nicely. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with my Morphe brush and just start like cleaning up that area. Okay, so you could just like stop here with the eyes, but I'm gonna go in with Frank, which is kind of this more cool tone brown. And I'm just gonna lightly pack this just right on the corners just to give my eye a little bit more depth. And that is all for the eyeshadow. I am gonna put on a little bit of mascara. I'm gonna use, what is this? I think this is L'Oreal Voluminous False Fiber Lashes. Alright, now the eyes are all done. Next, I'm just gonna contour a little bit, and I'm gonna use the Kat Von D. Okay, I'm gonna use Subconscious and Shadow Play. I'm gonna mix those two and contour a little bit because, you know, he has a nice shape to his face and I don't. And I'm using a Morphe M523 brush. Next, I'm gonna add a little bit of blush. Again, it doesn't look like they have like any blush on him, but I just want to add a little bit. This is like this whole entire look is just like, well, it doesn't really look like he has it, but I'm gonna add it anyways and just say it's inspired. But I'm gonna just take this like very like nudie mauve color and apply that to my cheeks using a Luxie 504 large angle brush. Just apply it to my cheeks just to add a little bit more color. You could just like end it here. You don't really have to use a lip color because, again, he doesn't really have any lip color. But I want to just bring a little bit more life back into my lips. So I'm going to take this really cute mini Too Faced Melted Liquified lipstick in the shade Mary Berry. I'm just going to apply that to the center of my lips. Okay, and here is the final look. I hope you guys liked it. Just a little close-up. Again, this is just inspired makeup look. This was really fun to do. It was also super easy. I think the hardest part is gonna just be doing the brow, but other than that, the eyes, like literally you just have to use like 3 or 4. You could honestly just use like 2 more like orangey eyeshadows and be done. You know, like there really isn't much to this look, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, add me on Snapchat, follow me on Twitter. I'll link all of those below with my usernames. I really hope you guys like this look. I really like how this look turned out. Make sure to subscribe. Comment below if you want to see me do other K-pop inspired looks. I really enjoy doing these looks, so I hope you guys liked it, and until next time, bye!